Hello, everybody. So now we get into silver. Good Lord. All right, so the price made it up to, I think, $82 and is coming back down into the 70s. Okay. Behind the scenes, Chinese and Indian companies are cutting deals with the miners to buy the silver, the physical silver, directly from them. Not even worrying about the processing. Just, we'll pay you $8 to $10 more an ounce to sell us the ore directly. Good God. Now, when you tie this into the reality that we need silver for satellites, solar panels, most advanced technology relies on silver in some capacity, gold as well, but silver is a big one just because it's been low cost, at least for a while. Now it's going to, the uses for silver are pretty solid. We need it for literally every missile, every fighter jet. Everything the military uses silver wiring. Lower latency. We're going to have a hell of a problem trying to get a decent silver supply in the West. Because China and India, China already holds like 70% of silver production. But if China and India are both offering $8 to $10 over spot to buy the ore direct, they're going to dry the market up. And it's not just them, it's every military with advanced hardware. It's every single boomer whose retirement accounts are set to auto-accumulate since the banks decided, all right, you know what, maybe after all these years of shitting on the metals, maybe it's time we change up, because it used to be like, the 60-40 split? 60-40, 80-20, but normally 60-40. I think was the average, where it was 60% in stocks and equities. Whether that be domestic or foreign, it didn't matter. Of course, foreign had higher payouts, but in most cases, higher payouts, but much higher risk. And then 40% for bonds, because if you just want to park your money, park it with the government. Ooh, bright lights. If you just want to park your money, you park it with the government and lose money to the inflation. There are some reasons to do it, but we know what the game is. Silver is going to become literal unobtainium. The fact that, and it goes farther than China and India, because Samsung and the major companies are all starting to work on getting their own backup plans together. If they're not going to be able to get silver easily, they're also going to have to go in over the spot price. They're also going to have to build out their own refinement chains. I wonder if they're going to start buying refineries outright. Refiners outright. Or if they would try to do their own in-house. It's questionable. But regardless, of course, not financial advice, but I cannot imagine a future where silver drops down to, oh God, And even saying like the possibility of it dropping that back down to 50, it's like it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Is they're going to end up chewing it all up, chasing AI, chasing AI, creating new war materials. I can't see it ever coming down. I really can't. The demand is just going to increase. And the reality is, there was a story floating around. What was it? I think it was last week before, talking about how COMEX, like people are just completely bypassing COMEX and going straight to Shanghai. Because apparently the COMEX contracts, they've got 1 billion ounces. So, something incredibly large and insane. But 1 billion ounces that they don't have, that they wrote contracts for. And it's just like, if you know what you're doing, you know that part of the deal with buying futures and trying to get into the silver market, paper silver market, is they have the right to cash you out instead of give you the metal. It's going to be really interesting seeing all of the weaker supply chains for every industry that you can imagine. Is if you think about medium, large, but not large companies and corporations, they don't necessarily have the credit line. They don't necessarily have the cash. Especially as earnings, is, from what I've been hearing, they're starting to print negative, and it's like, okay, there we go. The great economic unwinding. Anyway. Smaller companies do not have the margins capable to go above and beyond to lock in a supply. How many companies that produce solar panels are going to go bankrupt because of this? Just think about it. So, company producing solar panels, they're not the size of Samsung. They're not the size of sovereign powers. They're going to get to the point where they're going to just get cashed out for every contract they try to buy. And they're just never going to see an ounce of supply again. Personally, I have no idea how far wide-reaching that's going to be. But I'd imagine it will probably be significant enough that it will add to the overall panic to get more. It's going to be an interesting couple of years. I'll end it here. Once again, this is not financial advice, but if you could happen to possibly acquire a little bit of silver, it would most likely not be a bad idea. I'll see you guys next time.